Welcome back, and we are finally cleaning up viewer request month as we go through a plethora of videos. We decided to do 3 shorter videos instead of just one super long one. My thought is to stagger the releases for the rest of the viewer request month. So we release one of them Friday, stream on Saturday, one of them Sunday, one of them Monday. That would be the last 4 days of October. And doing that, if we're going to do that, let's pick one and keep the other 2 a surprise. Which one do you want to do? We'll let you pick first, and then I'll pick the next one when we start the next video, and then we'll do the final one, whatever's left over. Pressure's on. Pressure, boys.
I would say, it's hard to 1, 2, or 3 is like, here's the merits of 1, here's the merits of 2, without actually going into it. They said that the first one was horrible, so I say we go to that one.
Okay. And I will pick number 2 for the second video. So we'll end off on the third one. We are talking about why Wanda did nothing wrong. Marvel Explained by Screen Crush, I believe it is. I know it's basically one of those geekdom list type of things. Here's the things you missed in episode 2 of Star Wars and blah, blah, blah.
Those are fine to just throw in the background every now and again, but I do not seek those out.
Same. I don't even throw them in the background. So we got a description of this?
Yes, and this is, it's bad.
Oh, no.
Wanda Maximoff is the great tragic hero of the MCU.
Oh, wonderful.
Orphaned, used by Hydra, used by Ultron, then the scapegoat by the world. She was heroic enough to sacrifice the person she loved. Are you kidding? What show were you watching?
Not the show. She sacrificed.
Oh, yeah. While fighting off an insane demigod with 5 Infinity Stones. This woman is one of the greatest heroes in the MCU, and yet she is vilified by fans. Okay, that's all the stuff that happened before this show.
Yeah.
In this video, we explain why the events of Westview and WandaVision were not her fault, and that she was a victim of Agatha the Darkhold and the prejudice of the world around her. My goodness.
So, I'm going to say, regardless of the abuse of a serial killer, it is still the fault of a serial killer if they kill people.
They are making active choices with their lives.
So, regardless of... some aren't because of schizophrenia and that type of thing.
But that's mental
there's
stuff. We're
outliers.
About this.
Yeah. There's people that are just like, I hurt so others should hurt. Wanda, regardless of the tragedy she's gone through, is making her own choices here. So she is at fault for the things that happened in this town, and I shan't hear anything else.
These are reasons, not excuses. And
yeah.
She did the things. Those were bad things. I don't care if all this other stuff happened. She did the thing.
I will 100%. Yes, she did terrible things, but it was for it's the cause of it was this and that and the third. And I will not accept she is not at fault.
Yeah, she's some tragic hero. No.
Or maybe this changes our minds. Let's get into it.
You break the rules and become a hero. I do it. I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
Can I just say, that line is such bullshit because it's breaking the rules to try to help someone versus breaking the rules and hurting others.
Yes, it's that blanket statement, here's just what happened. Rules were broken and now things happen. No, the rules were broken in order to fix the entirety of the multiverse. Instead of, I want these fictitious children with my husband who was long dead. I don't think that they characterized her enough to be like needy or attached or anything. Because it's just like, you can find another dude. You don't need to.
There wasn't enough time with those two just being.
To be like, this is it.
Like if WandaVision season 1 had come out before Endgame, or even not even before Endgame, before like Infinity War, to where they escape together and we just get to see them be escaped together for an entire season of antics and care for each other and that type of thing. We would have attached to their relationship a lot more and believed in, but you know, you could just speak to this being a mentally ill woman,
Sure,
who
absolutely
took the one of the few people that loved her and deified him to such a degree where it's just like, I can't be without.
But then, what's up with the children? What's the attachment to the children who have never existed? It just must be the cling for normalcy. But even
Normality?
still, normalcy. No, I said it right.
You kind of conflated normalcy and normality. Like a Mortal Kombat finisher.
But that just must be what it is for the children's sake, because that's just, these are essentially just nothing. These are just avatars that she made up, but she's so attached to just like the idea of them.
She is essentially a woman playing The Sims, and she just brought her Sims family to life.
Will he bring up the fact that she locked children in their room for weeks at a time, and we don't know the situation of their food or entertainment or anything? Is he gonna bring?
Do you
that
think
up?
Screen Crush? You know, I say that, but I don't know anything about Screen Crush.
Oh, we're gonna get into it. It's gonna be bad. Frame 1.
Welcome back to Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy. Wanda Maximoff is accused of taking Westview and his residents hostage.
That is a normal button-up shirt and a sticker.
Correct.
He couldn't have embroidered it. Cut that part out.
This can't be.
You can make a patch. You can go on Etsy and pay somebody like $9 to get a custom patch.
You don't even need to do a custom patch. You could just go to like Teespring and create a shirt that says Screen Crush. And
it's not a very involved icon design either.
Maybe it's purposeful. Like,
I
sort of like
not hear of this
sort of like
what bad
sort of like what Letter Media does at times.
They are extraordinarily tongue in cheek. You can feel the But no, this is not it.
Would someone on the outside looking in feel that? Because that's what happened with the William Shatner thing, where he's just some old dude on the outside looking in and just going,
literally 90 years of age.
Oh, no. So
he's literally 90 years of age.
Maybe the fans of Screen Crush know of the tongue-in-cheekedness. And we are on the outside looking in just going, bruh, that's just a button-up shirt with a sticker.
Well, he better say or do something. 91 years old. Apologies to Mr. William Shatner. But he better do something to show that. Because something like Red Letter Media, they'll let a bit go on for like way too long. Where they're like crashing into stuff and they'll crash into everything and knock down everything. And they'll eat some pills and it'll be all the pills or something like that. You gotta do something. Maybe the background would also help if it was more satirical stuff, like something like Snow Days or Air Bud.
But it feels like he's just in a video store. So maybe he's just a curator in a video store.
Okay,
or an employee in a video store.
But where's the tongue in cheek? You got Spider-Man 2. You got Batman Begins, I believe that is. And then you got Ferris Bueller, Hot Shots. Is that Hot Shots?
Yeah,
I think that's Hot Shots.
The
Mummy,
Star Wars.
What is this? If it was just like, these are my favorite movies, okay.
The Mummy.
So now there is no bit here. This is just you. And this is just you in a bad shirt.
But if the bit is a video store, there are going to be various genres and ages of film.
Absolutely. But is the bit the video store, or is the bit a crappy video store with a crappy guy in a shirt?
Again,
there is no bit. It's a bad shirt.
There could be a bit. How often do Mike and Jay bring up that they're video repair guys when they're doing Mr. Plinkett stuff? Like, the last, 7 episodes of Half of the Bag, they're both just Plinkett.
Yeah. And that's the bit.
Okay,
they're talking about somebody giving mega COVID to motherfuckers.
Okay, but if somebody doesn't know the bit of Plinkett or what's going on, they would go, why are these 2 dudes in these outfits?
Okay,
with
these are 2 dudes in 2 bad old men outfits.
And not even doing
in their mid-30s making old man voice in this dumb rundown facility. It's as opposed to a guy in a bad shirt in front of some weird choices that you would see in a video store.
Yeah. What's the problem?
So where's the bit?
The bit is he's in a video store.
That's not a bit.
It's a bad low-rent video store. He's an employee in a bad low-rent video store who only gives stickers to an employee. Don't even give them the name for the sticker. Just a sticker and the logo. You know what? They just hand out the shirt and go, here's your sticker.
This set could just be this.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, it's not a store. It's just a month sitting in front of 8 movies. And what's the bit there?
This is not what the video is about.
It's better than what the video's about.
Welcome back, Screen Crush. I'm Ryan Airy. Wanda Maximoff is accused of taking Westview and his residents hostage. They say that her...
It's not an accusation.
She did that thing.
She did the thing.
The thing was done by her.
All right, let's say very much like the incident where the person has a bomb strapped to them and they had to rob a bank. Even if they are, you can say they're accused of robbing the bank. No, they did rob the bank. Absolutely. Even if they did it against their will, even if they were coerced to do it, even if they were forced to do it, they still did the thing. Now, in a court of law, they may not be guilty of the crime because of what the circumstances of it, but it does not detract or take away from the fact that they still did the thing.
Pain and grief did not justify her actions. And sure, if you choose to look at things from that point of view, you might assume that Wanda did something highly immoral. You are, of course...
You say that while showing her actively as that lady was just like, let us go or let us die. And she's like, nah, subservient, servitude. How about that? Back to your lives, motherfuckers. Mother's putting up clothing, just crying. Essentially T-posing on the outskirts of town. No, this is bad.
See, the Ryan, the name, it's a sticker. It's the name tag for the bad. Yeah, I was right all along. We just needed to get 17 more seconds here.
Sticker.
Entitled to your opinion, but that opinion makes you wrong. And that's also discrimination.
Oh, what?
There is one...
Misogyny?
Okay, but criticizing a woman, if we're just criticizing a woman and that's automatic misogyny, we're done as a species.
We're done as a species that can critique anything.
Yes. With a woman.
Or anybody that's different from us, because they'll say it's racist.
It's like something.
If I criticize a white person, I would just be a racist.
Everything is something.
So I don't know where he could possibly be coming from with this. The only thing I can think of is woman.
I hope it's not woman. Just blanket statement woman.
Undeniable truth, and it's this: Wanda did nothing wrong. And we have proof. This evidence shows that there are many mitigating factors that prove that Wanda is absolutely not at fault and that she is the real victim and is also the greatest hero in the MCU.
Pause.
She is a victim. That's not the problem. She's also at fault.
Misogyny. I'd like some follow up on that, please.
Misogyny was my thing. His was discrimination.
Oh, discrimination. Terribly sorry.
Yeah,
I'd like some follow up on
that.
discrimination, please. Is she in some sort of protected class? What's going on here, my dude?
Also the greatest hero in the MCU.
If you're going to be sarcastic, you should really warn people so there's no confusion.
These clips are sending me.
What's the problem?
I'm not enjoying them.
Aren't the clips telling you and informing you and making jokes for me?
Make your point. Don't make other things make your point for you. Don't have this funny stuff.
So he just played a clip about being sarcastic. If you're going to be sarcastic, you got to let people know outright. Is this video sarcasm?
I don't believe so.
You think it's a shield, if nothing else?
If nothing else.
You're being sarcastic? No, I'm not.
Oh, never mind. He just outright states it.
Hey, what's the deal with the dog?
It's also an employee at the store. It's the mascot of the store.
Can you go back?
I'm not gonna go
Can
back.
you go back to the dog?
There's no confusion.
Pause on the dog. Okay, so it does. The set does extend a little bit more because those are different movies.
Thank
so it
you.
must just be a shelf.
Yep.
Like
For
3
the
or
video
4 shelves where they put up
where the
enough.
bit is.
It is
So it's
not-
almost like I knew what was
It is
happening.
not a bit. Where is the bit outside
Don't
of
you see
it
the dog
simply-
cocking his head? Is that not a bit?
That dog is miserable in that shirt.
Being sarcastic? No, I'm not being sarcastic. This video is 100% unbiased and honest. This is the case of Wanda Maximoff versus the people, and the evidence that proves without any shadow of a doubt that she absolutely did nothing wrong.
A fact. And facts have no moral judgment. They merely state what is, not what we think of them, not what we feel. They just are.
The inciting incident that led to the controversy is the Westview event. The accusation is that in her grief and pain, Wanda took over an entire town to create her own reality. That she held.
That's not an accusation. That's the thing that happened. What are you taught? Do you know what accusation means? She did it.
She did the thing.
Now the circumstances behind it, in front of it, whatever the case, those are the circumstances. But there's no getting around the fact, as you showed that 8-minute clip, that she did the thing.
Yeah. You ran over somebody with your car. That is just a fact. Now, what happened there? Were you drinking? Because if you're drinking, you're at fault. Did you run a light? If you ran a light, you're at fault. If they just jumped in front of your car, they're at fault. The circumstances are different, even if the fact of the matter is still you ran over someone with your car. This happened. Wanda took over the town. That is the factual statement here.
It's the thing that happened.
No accusations. It happened.
It happened.
That is not a fact that is of dispute.
It's indisputable factually. She did this.
You hostage, controlling their minds to maintain her fantasy, and that the Hex was threatened.
She literally just did it right there. You literally just showed her
controlling
doing
their
the
minds to
thing.
maintain her fantasy.
And after showing Vision releasing somebody from the Hex.
And that the Hex was threatening the town and the rest of the world. But that is all mostly hearsay.
You don't think it's wrong.
Are you kidding? I'm impressed.
You see, context matters, and the context is that there is a lot more to this story than it seems. Some people run away from their problems, like Tony Stark.
Pause. So this isn't about what happened. It's about what didn't happen. What happened, what he interprets to happen. It's not about the fact that she did this thing. It's about why she did it. It's like, no, let's talk about what she did. I understand why she did it. Grief, all that good stuff. But you can't go, I'm sad, so I'm gonna make 50 other people sad.
And miserable.
And I did that because I was sad. So I'm only accused of making those other people sad. No. You did the thing. It doesn't matter why you did the thing. Wait a second.
You were saying? Kind of don't want to say it anymore, huh?
What was I saying? What I was gonna say rewind. What did he say about Tony Stark?
You run away from your
the
problems. Yeah.
He went head first into the Avengers, into the giant wormhole to go make them go.
The lesson
boom.
was truly, you just run away, Stark. No, I don't. I'm gonna make the sacrifice play.
And then he does.
Which ends up coming around in Endgame as well.
Yes. Iron Man 3 constantly went back to save that kid. What does he run away from? He confronted the lady that was just like, y'all doing bad stuff, Avengers. Sokovia Accord. He's like, dang, we do need regulations. He ran away from stuff, not even in the first Iron Man. Once he got out of that cave, he was just like, all right, I'm going back to liberate that town.
Who never accepted responsibility for all the bad things he had done. It was his
He did. That's why he shut down the weapons plant.
In the first movie.
missile that killed Wanda's parents.
He did accept responsibility, and he went, we need a suit of armor around the world because we keep f***ing up. And then he accepted responsibility again by going, we need regulations because we just killed a bunch of people.
It was Ultron, his creation, that killed Pietro, and his guilt made him misguided and righteous as he
killed Pietro. What about him regretting the suit stuff in the third Iron Man movie? Being haunted by that and the Ultron thing that he caused. He regrets it immensely. Yes, he doesn't mention the Pietro thing, but what? I mean, it's in the line of duty. We don't know how much he regrets that because he don't know that dude. This isn't the story of Tony Stark feeling sad about some other.
It's like knowing your friend or just knowing a coworker and they just go, oh yeah, my aunt died. You feel sorry for them, but you don't know of the aunt. You don't know the circumstances or anything. It's just like, oh, I am sorry for you. And that could just extend to Tony. I am sorry for you because this is a thing that I caused. I am guilty because you are sad for this thing, but I don't know that dude.
It'd be like Musk, somebody walking up to Musk like, hey, yo, Tesla ran over my grandma. Like, oh, dang, my bad. There's essentially nothing there. Like, oh, yeah, I made the thing, but...
He spearheaded the Sokovia Accords, and those caused the Avengers to disassemble.
Pause!
That has nothing to do with...
Do you see him... Let's look at the Sokovia Accords in and of itself. Let's take what he says. He's not looking at what Wanda did. He's looking at the reason why he did it. He's not looking at what the reason why Iron Man did the thing that he did. Just looking at the thing he did. What the is that?
That is the reason why they lost against Thanos. And more importantly, it's the reason why Vision died twice.
Pause.
No, they lost against Thanos because in 37 million outcomes, they lose. Sorry. Regardless of outside of whatever Tony's gonna do. Sorry.
Cheeks getting clapped.
I'm not amused.
It's all Tony Stark's fault. He is the antagonist in Wanda's story.
That little witch is messing with your mind.
She's not a U.S. citizen and they don't...
She is probably of average height and a witch, as she called herself, the Scarlet Witch. I don't know what that was supposed to do, but it didn't.
That little witch is messing with your mind.
She's not a U.S. citizen.
She was messing with his mind.
Absolutely.
That was a Hulkbuster, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she was. And Hulk was rampaging through a town and could easily have killed everyone. So the person that did it, yeah, I'm going to insult them with this childlike insult. That's nothing.
Just messing with your mind.
She's not a U.S. citizen and they don't grant visas to weapons of mass destruction. She's a kid. Give me a break.
You locked me in my...
She is a weapon of mass destruction. Do you not think she is? She was gonna take down Thanos. That mom said, kill everybody because I can't hang with this.
Drop the bombs. But it's gonna kill everybody. Yeah, but she's gonna kill me.
I might survive that. I won't survive this.
Okay, first, that's an exaggeration. Second, I did it to protect you.
He can't keep getting away with it! And did Tony ever apologize to Wanda for all the evil he caused her? Nope. Why? Because Tony runs away from his problems, and his guilt keeps...
Pause! Is this satirical? Is this just a big meme? Because him doing the snap is actively taking accountability for everything. What? Strange told him that this is the one. You need to live, motherfucker. You need to do the thing. He wasn't like, oh no, somebody else do the snap real quick. He did the thing and died.
Tony runs away from his problems, and his guilt keeps blundering things for everyone else.
Pause.
Unlike
guilt blundering things for everybody else is he makes mistakes for good intentions. There is no good intentions for Wanda.
No.
It is essentially her own self-satisfaction.
There is a cyclical roundabout way to justify the thing that Tony is doing. We need a suit of armor around the world because we just had aliens invade us. Went about it the wrong way.
Avengers can't be everywhere at all times.
We need accountability because we just killed a bunch of people with our awesomeness. These are all things that the intent is there to help protect others, save others, do that type of thing. As opposed to Wanda, who just went, I am in grief, and I don't care how you hurt, me hurt.
Tony, Wanda did not run away from her.
And yes, she did.
She ran away from reality. Her actual reality. She ran away from and created a fictitious reality with a man who's dead and 2 children that don't exist.
And then she went evil based off of it. But if Tony would have said, I'm sorry, Wanda, for everything I've done to you, does your argument still hold the same water? Would he not still have been the cause of all of her or would it just be, okay, now it's on Wanda? Is an apology powerful enough to align the guilt of what's happening to somebody else?
Grief. She created a pocket reality where she could deal with her pain in a healthy and mostly harmless way.
Healthy way.
Did you
Locking
not see
children in their rooms?
Did you not see the people crying, begging to be released?
People literally unable to control their bodies, doing not even menial tasks that they cannot complete because they're on autopilot on the outskirts of town. People doing jobs that they're not qualified for, just going through the motions. Imagine being a prisoner in your own body. Imagine how horrible that would be.
Yeah, imagine you have no control of yourself for weeks or months. And whoever's controlling you is just forcing you to do things. Your mind is still intact. You're still screaming out. It's essentially like being in a coma. You can hear the things, you can see the things in this version of a coma. You can hear, you can see, smell, taste, everything. But you cannot scream out. You just have to sit there and watch the world as you go through it.
And you're just sitting there, people with children just worrying about their children. Because, again, we did not mention the food situation. Are they bringing food up to their children? And if you are well enough, meaning to go, the children need food, you would have to be like, the children need to be out of the rooms. But no, they get the food and then they just get locked in a room. Is Wanda making people make food, bring them up to the room, and then just go, all right, just eat the food?
However long they were there, food expires. Is new food being brought in? Is Wanda mind creating food?
Are the children let out for bathrooms? And if they're let out for bathrooms, why is it only bathrooms? And it can't be because they're just like, please let me see my children. So they're just in corners, I guess.
If they even need to know. She might have took away all bodily functions, all wants and desires.
She didn't get to say goodbye to Vision. She needed that proper closure. That's what the hex was about. It wasn't about
No! Because if it was about that, she could have went to an abandoned mine and just gone, hey, Vision, I just wanted to say goodbye. Okay, goodbye.
But she roped so many people into this. People that she will never interact with. She roped into this. She won't interact with in her fictitious town because they're all the way over there. She's not going to interact with every single person. So she just roped a bunch of people into her own little dumb fantasy to get some closure for herself. How is this any way equatable to Tony Stark being like, dang, I really want to help people such that I'm going to make a suit of armor all around the world?
the whole town hostage? Not at all. Yes, those people did not agree to become part of Wanda's reality warping therapy, but it wasn't like Wanda was hurting them or anything.
You shit! The lady was literally crying.
Okay. I understand that you're saying that they're not in physical danger. But emotional and mental damage, they are absolutely getting. Imagine you go through this. Imagine you go weeks without seeing your kids. You don't know what happened to them. You're worried about them.
You don't know if you're ever going to get out of this.
You don't know if you're ever going to see them again. Then you eventually get out of it. Do you think that you're going to be hunky-dory for the next few months? Do you not think you're going to wake up one day rubbing your body just like, am I still me?
Yeah.
Do I still have control?
And going back to the physical thing, do you think that Wanda is taking account of people's medication, their doctor visits, things like that? I don't think that she is. Because if she's just go on autopilot, then that woman wouldn't have been sitting there crying as she's dumb hanging up a ghost over and over again.
She's in my head. None of it is my own. It hurts.
It hurts! Dude, this has to be sarcasm.
It has to be. Is that the bit?
Is that the bit?
I don't think so.
She actually did everything wrong.
So much.
It's probably just a case of the Mondays. Am I right?
Let's put things in perspective here. Did Peter Parker and Doctor Strange ask the world if they wanted to be brainwashed?
I am the most famous person.
This does not harm them in any way, shape, or form.
They weren't brainwashed. Their memories were taken away.
Yes.
You had a memory taken away.
They are not going through the motions. Nobody has their free will taken away. Essentially, a 5-minute span of time was taken away from them.
They are for the most part, they are no better or worse off in their life for not knowing that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Some are actively better. Some are actively worse.
This is in no way comparable.
None's.
In the entire world.
This self-centered teenager wanted to erase the world's memory just so he could get into college.
Pause. No. So also his friends could get into college, and he tried to do a good thing, and then some dude ended up screwing him over. So he's like, I don't deserve this.
You could boil it down to college, but this is the rest of his life. He cannot have a normal social life because the enemies will keep coming. That's very much the One More Day storyline where Aunt May just gets shot because Peter Parker's got enemies and now they know he's Peter Parker. Oh, Spider-Man has enemies.
And also just his friends who have nothing to do with his Spider-Man stuff get denied for college simply by being next to him. And that's not fair.
What?
And these two dum-dums almost broke reality because of their terrible communication skills. They did this without asking anyone because they were so high on their power that they thought themselves to be gods.
Two wrongs don't make a right, Bart. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yes, they do.
So you realize that you're saying that two wrongs don't make a right, so you're saying it's still their fault, so it would still be Wanda's fault. correct? I just want to...
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No, they don't. Yes, they do. Dad!
2 wrongs make a right, Lisa.
And, oh yeah, Steven, we didn't forget about you, buddy. Don't you worry, we're gonna roast your magical butt very soon. And did the residents of Westview have such a bad experience? Wanda...
This is unbelievable.
So unbelievable that I'm gonna just think it's a troll.
I have to believe that it's a troll for the sake of humanity.
Humanity.
Because literally, man was screaming, it hurts. Literally, old lady was just like, I'd prefer death to this. Literally them going, please just let me gaze upon my child to know that they're okay.
Entertained them with magic shows, dinners. They celebrated Halloween. This guy was unemployed before all of this, and Wanda gave him a job. She's a job creator. See, that's the problem with people nowadays. They always focus on the...
This is both a either poor attempt at trolling or satirical commentary. Is both that and painfully unfunny.
It is quite unfunny. I'm just looking at... Oh, it's so many Easter eggs unexplained. What is this? What was it called at the beginning? Like Screen Crush theaters or something? Screen Crush movie store something. What was it in the beginning? There was a little animated store.
Okay, 425.
Oh wait, I could.
You break the
Screen Crush video. Jesus. This isn't helping.
This is starting to feel like a worse version of The Onion. Where The Onion does a lot of film reviews and those types of things. But it's so... This is not a for real review that you cannot even begin to believe it's real. Yeah. This is bordering on... I'm tongue-in-cheek, trolling, satirical type of thing, and just being very dumb. And I don't know if you want to straddle that line. What's up?
Why did he put essentially all of his script?
Algorithm.
In the
algorithm.
The evidence showed that there were many mitigating factors after that fault.
Yeah,
what the? That's so weird. Wanda did nothing wrong. The citizens, please just let us die.
I mean, if people are in on the joke, you would think the comment section would be like, great video, this is a joke. How do you guys not get the joke?
Someone said that this video feels like satire.
Yeah.
And someone says, I wouldn't call it satire as much as extreme devil's advocate.
It's not even extreme devil's advocate because your advocacy is not evidenced well. You're presenting arguments very poorly, and even in your video, you're disproving yourself with your own evidence.
Yeah, someone said it's satire. He literally puts in clips that contradicts what he says, and then somebody else goes, Ryan didn't write or edit this.
Oh no.
Someone says, what does that have to do with anything? The video was written with the clips in mind, and they can say nothing in particular. Just thought I'd point that out, almost like the writer/editor was trying to set the host up if this isn't satire. If this is satire, it's not good.
Do you think you've done a good job at satire if people have to question your satire? Do you think that you are outsmarting people by presenting satire in a way that can be taken seriously? Because
but
Hot
makes
Shots
you look so stupid.
But Hot Shots is satire, but you know it's a joke. Scary movies are the Scary Movie series are satire, but you know they're a joke. I don't know that this is a joke.
I have no clue, especially since I don't know this person. Mm-hmm. I don't know this channel, so I don't know if he's saying what he's saying with a tongue-in-cheek aspect to it. I can see people believing this thing, which is why I believe it. And I'm also of the mindset of say what you mean. I don't understand the point of this trolling sort of thing. Say what you mean. There's no point in getting people to misconstrue what you are saying.
I don't understand trolling videos, but I very much understand satirical videos.
The satirical videos, absolutely. But
I am a big fan of the Onion movie reviews.
But this is to such a level. There's like,
did you ever see the Coco one?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so great. The entire, I'm just gonna spoil it because I doubt people are ever gonna check it out.
I'll check it out.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to spoil it there because it's very good.
Focus on the negative, forgetting about the good times.
Gotta stay positive, right?
Positive vibes only.
Wanda had no idea that what she was doing might be causing anyone harm. She is...
Except when they said, please let us die.
Because you're harming us.
And let me see the children. And she went, whoopity boop, bibbity bobbity boo.
A victim of her own magic and of Agatha's manipulations. Some might use this moment as proof that Wanda was well aware of what she was doing.
Stay out of my home. You don't bother me. I won't bother you.
I wish it could be that simple. You've taken an entire town hostage.
But in truth, Wanda was dealing with intruders. Vision bought the house in West...
It's intruders. So does she own that territory of the entirety of that town?
If this is satire and or a troll, what do you get out of essentially going, gotcha, you actually took this serious?
I was only pretending to make the worst points available.
Which makes Wanda a legal resident. Swords spied on her. They invaded her privacy. They even attacked her.
Take the shot.
She had both the moral and...
Yeah, because that's after she took over the town. If she was just in her home doing weird oogie boogie things, I doubt they would have cared as much as, oh my God, this town has been taken over for weeks. We need to do something.
And also, just because you own a place doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want without police interference.
You can't even build a fence on your property if it's too high. You need city ordinance for it. You cannot just do whatever. You think you could just paint racial epithets on the side of your building because you own it?
You think you could just open up a burger shop without any sort of regulations? Nothing?
Can you sell weed out of your house? Crack and all that? Can you sell?
I own the house. Get out of here, police.
The house. What? You're trespassing, police. No, you're doing illegal activities.
And legal right to protect her home.
No, not if you're doing illegal activities.
And wouldn't it be within reasons? If a dog comes onto your property and takes a...
You are not allowed to shoot them.
You aren't allowed to go to the owner's house and shoot the owner. And then stay there for the wife to get home and then shoot the wife.
Off my lawn.
And the moment Wanda realized that the residents of Westview are not having fun anymore, she let them go.
No, she didn't. Because they said that they weren't. And then she just went, no, but y'all are though. And Vision yelled at her, was just like, what the is going on? I talked to homeboy. And he was like, nah, they cool. But he said he wasn't cool. No, he didn't. He did. He's fine.
But she couldn't just free them right away because of Vision and the kids. She watched Vision die twice, and she couldn't do...
Why couldn't she release them? Those children were made up. Why could she not make up other people as well? Why does she need actual people? Vision, made up. But you need actual people. Why?
I feel like it would have been... A Wanda story would have been way more interesting if she was just some recluse that went crazy and just lives in a house of made up children and Vision. And it's like, Wanda, you have to understand, they do not exist. You are not well. As opposed to taking over the town and being a villain, because she is a villain.
Not without her proper closure. Can anyone begrudge a mother who wanted to say goodbye to her family?
Boy, she's not a mother. Those people don't exist.
Not a mother.
They are not born of her.
There was no conception of those children.
She knew them for essentially a couple of weeks.
She woke up one day and they were there.
They are nothing.
It's like saying, can you begrudge someone for that speck of dust? It means as much.
I think not. Wanda had to kill her would-be husband to save half the universe. Her brother was killed while saving the world. She sacrificed so much for this planet, so at the very least, a few people in a small town could suffer for a few days to let her deal with her grief.
A small price.
See, yeah, this is feeling very...
It's very much so. So, would he accept somebody rocking up into his house and kicking their feet up on his chair and taking his food and all of his cars and stuff because they had a bad childhood, because they watched somebody die in front of him? Would he accept somebody taking from him because somebody had a bad life?
So you can work through your grief for a couple of days.
I don't think he would.
Salvation.
Wanda is a godlike being with magic powers that can break reality. She's not like normal people, and super people have unique ways of processing their issues.
She's not normal.
But how did Wanda deal with her crisis? Did she break reality? No.
Could you go back to what he said?
Why?
We Scott Steinered over it.
I would prefer to Stein over this.
And super people have unique ways of processing their issues.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Unique ways of processing their issues.
Like taking over a town. Imagine a superpowered person right now. In any serialization, any media, any form of media. Let's just go with the Mandarin. Let's say the Mandarin in Shang-Chi takes over a town. They are a villain. There would be no, why are you doing? Yeah. They are a villain. Wanda is a villain.
There was no other superpower person that handled their grief like this. This is really the only example.
Thor lost his mom and dad. He literally had to walk away from his mom in Infinity War Endgame. He wasn't like, oh my God, let's take over this realm so I can feel a little better for a while.
Shang-Chi, man, was literally like, I'ma open up that gate and my wife gonna come through, and everybody was just like, that's essentially the gate to in our death. And he's like, nah, it's fine. And he was the biggest villain. He was the villain of that movie.
But how did Wanda deal with her crisis? Did she break reality? No. Did she go crazy?
She did break reality. Those people were not in their reality. She time hopped from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They were little babies, and then they were children. Reality was broken.
And kill people in her rage? Nope. Did she go all House of M like all of you wanted her to do? No again. She needed to see her lover once.
So because she didn't do worse things, the bad thing that she did is excusable? That's not how things work.
Yeah, I didn't kill them, but it was attempted murder. Yeah, but are they dead?
Dang, I just robbed a bank. I
ain't shoot nobody in the bank.
Bomb a puppy store? What's going on here?
One last time to bury him and get closure. But what did she get instead? This. Oh, God, that is heartbreaking.
Pause. He's a robot.
He's a robot.
I'm sorry. He's got valuable information within him. He's got valuable parts. This is what it is.
He's a robot.
He's not a human. We don't know what wishes he had to be buried, cremated, or what. This is essentially organ donating when you die. Organ donating when you die. I'm sorry, but this is just a thing that happened. He's being scrapped for parts. I'm sorry. You love the man, but he was a robot.
see their loved one in such a state, especially not when they're in mourning. Vision was their friend, but the Avengers gave his body away like he was trash or used parts. They didn't bury him, they didn't give his vibranium body to Wakanda. Heck, they didn't even bother fixing him.
Because we didn't think of it?
No, they just gave him to SWORD, and we all know how that worked out.
I see no issue. Why would you give him to Wakanda, first off? Vibranium? They've got enough of it.
Here you go, melt down this vibranium, sir.
Oh, thanks. Another spear?
Avengers may not have known that SWORD were bad guys, but remember the last time they gave something precious to another secret organization? You know, Loki said.
Essentially, this is just a bunch of parts. This is Loki. This is a giant and magical glowy thing that's been around since the Nazis. There's a big difference from here's a couple of parts.
They didn't give that scepter to them. Didn't they fish it out of the ocean with Cap?
I do not remember the circumstances.
That's fair.
The fact that happened to contain the Mind Stone. The Avengers had it, but instead of giving it to Thor to take back to Asgard, they gave that powerful mind-controlling weapon to S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D., who were developing Tesseract-powered weapons at the same time. S.H.I.E.L.D., that organization that was...
That was the end of the movie versus the beginning of the movie.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is literally protecting the planet.
Was infiltrated by Hydra for decades. So the event...
How would they have known that? How would we have known that?
S.H.I.E.L.D. themselves ain't even know it. Nick Fury had no clue.
Avengers did not learn their lesson, and now they gave away their
friend's body. They didn't learn their lesson of not giving things to an organization that is potentially evil. How do they know that the Asgardians are not potentially evil and will use it for nefarious purposes?
What Avengers?
What Avengers indeed. It was also 4 years out.
What Avengers?
This is after the snap, so this is 4 years. 5 years. 16 years.
84 years.
To yet another organization that turned out to be evil. And I'm pretty sure it was Tony's decision because he clearly had a hidden agenda against Wanda from the start.
Where do you get this nonsense?
Google.
Well, it's not true.
You know more than Google? Well, congratulations.
The Avengers are...
Y'all, Peacemaker is so good.
It's really good. Where's the evidence that he has something against Wanda from the very beginning?
He showed Google to show that he actually doesn't have evidence. He just found it on Google at some point.
Terrible friends. And I'm talking about you, Clint. You were one of Wanda's only friends. You know how it feels to lose the people you love. But did Clint help Wanda? Not at all. All of this...
wasn't he helping with his own grief?
Yeah, he was going through his own grief.
So wasn't he off doing his own grief? And he was closer to an anti-hero than a villain by killing cartel members than Wanda taking over a bunch of innocent people.
And it was still the anti-hero killing people thing was portrayed as a bad thing.
Yes. That, hey, we gotta take him down. You understand this, right? No, just you want to talk to him? No, he gots to go.
This could have been easily averted with some...
That looks like some broken reality to me.
Yeah, it was fine.
True friendship and therapy. If I thought Wanda did something wrong, then she would be completely justified in her actions. But of course, she did nothing wrong. She dealt with her pain and grief in a way that made sense to her. And now that she's better, she can focus...
A person that was abused as a child kills people when they're older because that's the way that dealing with their grief makes sense to them. Does that make it okay? No. Shut up.
On saving the multiverse.
It's the easiest counter thing.
Lupe has a song that goes, essentially, a priest abuses a kid, and he goes, and now the little boy thinks it's normal because they do it all the time. So when he grows up, he's gonna think that that's normal because that was his normal. So this,
it doesn't excuse it.
It doesn't. He's still doing a bad thing. The now the once boy, now grown man, still doing the big bad.
And no, she isn't going to break the multiverse because you can't break what's already been broken. And what's all this crap about Wanda being dangerous and unstable, huh? Wanda proved that she is a true hero who deserves our respect. Look at Wanda.
She is very dangerous. If she can almost beat Thor by her, not Thor, Thanos by herself.
Ain't no almost. She would have.
So that means she can beat everybody that almost beat Thanos. So she is dangerous if she snaps.
And I would say that that's a stronger Thanos than the one they first fought, because he didn't even have the stones and he was piecing up everybody.
And she showed that she was able to take on so many of the sorcerers. And they are real good, y'all.
She had Strange and Wong running.
Sorcerer Supreme.
It ain't me.
Right here. What a hero. She's forced to kill her lover with one hand while holding Thanos off with the other.
And then Thanos...
And that's dangerous that she can hold off Thanos, a super-powered stone Thanos, ready to get what he wants with one hand.
Is like, give me the Infinity Gauntlet. And Scarlet Witch is like, I don't think so.
And what were the other so-called heroes doing in the meanwhile? Licking their wounds after stupidly bum-rushing Thanos.
He was knocked out! He got jawed by Thanos! What is he supposed to do?
Other people were captured and all types of things.
What
plan are they to formulate as Thanos is walking towards his goal, which is a mere 30 feet in front of him? What goal is there?
He was closing his fists and rocks were encompassing people. What are you to do?
Just do anything, everything.
Spit at him, I guess. Maybe you give him COVID.
Knew this guy beat both Hulk and Thor. What the hell were they thinking running at him like a pack of stupid idiots?
What else are you to do?
What are you to do?
You do anything that you can, and they did everything that they could. They were not licking their wounds. And Hulk was in Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner was encased in stone. He tried to punch him, and he was phased through him. What can you do when you can't touch the motherfucker?
How long are you supposed to sit back and go, all right, you go this way, I'm gonna go this way?
Oh, he turned us all into butterflies.
Whoops, I guess we took too long. It was like 4 seconds.
Firing bullets at a Titan. And where the is Thor? He's spending the whole movie saying he's gonna kill Thanos. But when it's time to put an axe to the head, he goes AWOL. Was he sleepy? Did he forget? Wanda would have easily tore Thanos limb from limb if she wasn't busy sacrificing Vision.
How could you miss? It was 3 feet in front of you.
Pause.
Here's the truth.
That was about him getting that revenge of, yes, I am the one that killed you.
Okay, so I am now 100% certain this is just dumb, trolly satire type of thing. That's a very cinema sense thing of where's Thor at while this is happening.
It also doesn't really affect the whole Wanda Did Nothing Wrong thing.
We're not.
I'm just saying, this is...
Wanda is the real victim here. Wanda didn't know the true limits of her powers. She had to learn on the go. She didn't even know she was a magic user.
Pause. So once she learns that I am affecting people, she can turn it off. If she had just gone, I'm trying, but I can't, that'd be something. But she wasn't even trying. She was like, no, shut up. You are happy.
Proves how amazing she is. She's a self-made witch. If only there was a magical school to help her control her power. Wait, there is. Kamar-Taj. But did Wanda get a letter to join? Wanda had no idea that she's part of the Big Three Club.
What Big Three? Androids, aliens, and wizards.
And that's all Doctor Strange's fault. It's in his job description to keep watch over other powerful magic users.
What is your job exactly besides making balloon animals?
Strange knew about Wanda. I mean, she was pretty well known. Some will even say she was wrongly in.
Yes, Strange should have taken care of it. But Strange not doing anything does not preclude Wanda to do everything.
infamous. Steven is so bad at his job that he never bothered investigating the nature of Wanda's powers.
Yes, he is a very bad wizard man.
Yes.
That does not stop Wanda from being a very bad person in these instances.
Or maybe Steven was just jealous because he wanted to be the only magical hero out there. After all,
that's not true, because we see that there are so many sorcerers. And he's not trying to take them out. He's not trying to
push people
withhold
away.
Knowledge from those people.
Saw how he reacted when Wong was made Sorcerer Supreme.
No, he got it on a technicality because I blipped for 5 years.
Oh, well, congratulations.
If I'd been here, then I
Burn the place down.
Agatha was drawn to West.
When Ned does the circle thing, he said, "Did you open a portal?" And like, "Oh, okay, good job." He wasn't like, "No, you know."
Even though this didn't come out, but at the end of Multiverse of Madness, he was out there training, making America a sorcerer, allowing more magic people out there.
This is just a falsity.
View after sensing Wanda's magic. So how come Doctor Strange didn't sense it? And Wong is no better as well.
Yes,
instead of being the magic
they
boss.
are absolute pause. Yes, they are absolutely at fault. That's almost like it is a mondo flaw in TV show.
Also, this still does not mean that Wanda is absolved of all her wrongdoing
because nobody stopped her. Why didn't the cops stop this serial killer? They did nothing wrong, I guess, because they weren't noticed.
They weren't caught quickly enough.
I'm the Wizard King.
And stopping Strange from potentially messing with reality-breaking spells, he turns a blind eye. He also, as the Sorcerer Supreme, did not sense the trouble in Westview. And that's because he's too busy with his illegal underground cage fights. Neither Strange nor Wong tried to stop Wanda.
So we're talking about Wong for going to an illegal underground cage fight, but we're not talking about Wanda making shops, which is illegal if you don't have permits, tax code, tax filings and all that stuff. That is illegal to do without that. Simply the shops, not the kidnapping or anything. Oh no. Oh, football stuff.
Yeah, football stuff.
Like, oh no, who died?
This is terrible.
The video or like the football stuff?
The football stuff. What are we doing here?
So you do like the video. Gotcha.
Hold on. That trade is terrible. What are we... Oh my fuck. What? I'm sorry, y'all. This is...
Same goes for every other hero.
This is everybody's fault but mine.
Meaning they are all incompetent, or they knew that Wanda had it under control. Some people might say that Wanda was tormenting the people of Westview, like this moment here.
You have to stop her.
Stop who?
She's in my head.
It was never confirmed that this guy was referring to Wanda. And since it...
Yeah, see why I know that we're talking about... Oh, or no, maybe
it
not.
Could be Agatha.
Yeah, it could be the Oogie Boogie.
No.
It's not 100% confirmed, and that means that there is a chance that it was not Wanda.
And if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our...
So, anything that cannot be 100% confirmed cannot be a bad thing because of WandaVision saying that, oh, there's a chance that she could be talking about Agatha, so Wanda didn't do a bad thing because we don't know if she did a bad thing because we don't know 100% sure that she did a bad thing. No.
I mean, we have not to take it as an absolute certainty.
It was Agatha who tortured the residents. After all, she confessed it.
It's been Agatha all along.
She was clearly messing with the...
What was Agatha all along? Don't just show that. Don't just show a clip of a character going, yes, I did it, and going, yep, they did everything.
Residents. She exploited Wanda's fragile mental state, tricking her into believing that Ralph Boner was Quicksilver. And that's just a terrible thing to do, using this boner to give us a multiversal boner.
Boner.
And Agatha tricked Vision.
So because she was tricked into doing a thing, does that mean that she didn't do the thing at all? No.
Pretending to be under mind control, manipulating him into disturbing Wanda. That's her MO. She's a lion witch. She can't be trusted.
There you have it, folks. Conclusive proof.
This is the ultimate proof that Wanda did nothing wrong. It was Agatha all along.
And I killed Sparky too.
That's all the proof we need.
And that's the truth. With some cheese on it.
Also, are we forgetting about all the important things that happened thanks to the Westview incident? First, Wanda discovered that her powers are magic and...
Pause.
Oh no.
And thus, then went directly
Look at all the good things that happened when Americans wiped out the Native Americans. Look at all the good things we've gotten from child slavery and sweatshops. Why are we talking about the bad? Look at all the good things that have come from atrocities.
What good? Because up until this point, it was just this. There's essentially one episode of her going, it's magic. What good came of her knowing that this was magic?
Scarlet Witch. And that will be very important in the years to come. Because Wanda...
It'll be important, but is it a good thing? Because the very next time that we see her, she's a villain threatening the entirety of the multiverses.
Now knows how powerful she is. She can protect the world and the whole multiverse. Second, Monica Rambeau now has powers, so she gets to be a space hero. Next, Agatha Harkness...
We have not seen her again. How is it a good thing that she is a hero? Who says that she's a hero?
We'll know in the Marvels.
Who says that she's gonna be a hero?
Can't wait for the Marvels. Two of my favorites. Even though I hated Miss Marvel. Hated it.
Is an evil witch who preyed on the poor people of Westview. Wanda exposed her and she eliminated her. Agatha tried to steal Wanda's awesome magic powers. And if she had her way, who knows how powerful she would have gotten. She was a threat to the whole world, likely...
Like Wanda?
Is a threat to the entirety of the multiverse.
...to all of reality. And what did Wanda do? She stopped her. Wanda is the hero. She saves this town, the world, and the universe from this conniving witch. So don't give her...
I don't care if Hitler shot Godzilla. He's still Hitler. Don't do this lesser of two evils bullshit.
Yeah, no, evil is evil.
This is don't.
These dark looks, you ungrateful idiots. She saved you all.
You ungrateful creatures think yourselves lucky.
And finally, Wanda exposed the rotten apples at Sword. If not for Wanda, these bad guys would have gotten away with it. They used Wanda's energy to create...
Gotten away with what? Making a new vision to do what? For what purpose? I don't remember what it was. But Vision's getting clapped by War Machine. Shut up.
Their plans were nefarious. Also, this guy and Agatha tried to kill Wanda's kids, so they're both...
Yes, he sucks. He stinks. They don't exist!
Kill what kids, sir? When those kids do not exist. It's like killing your son's imaginary friend.
No, it's like deleting a file in a video game.
A save file. No, I had the best armor.
Evil. And who stopped these evil people? Wanda.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
This is more than enough evidence to prove that Wanda did nothing wrong. Now at this point you should be 100% convinced, but just for the sake of it, let's open up the debate down in the comments. And if some of you think that Wanda did something wrong, go ahead. Try to prove me wrong. I dare you. You can even at me on Twitter. And if you're an anti-hero who's been wrongly convicted by the court of public opinion, you better subscribe to Screen Crush and hit that notification bell so we can defend you next. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.
Anomaly.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if it's real or fake. I like to believe that it's fake.
But it's so horrible.
Yes. Either way is bad.
Yeah.
If you're going to do the it's satirical thing, make it, I don't know if you should make it good arguments or bad. I don't know what you should do other than just don't do it. I do not understand this whatsoever.
But didn't you laugh?
The dog is me right now.
It's a shame.
It's just sort of like, just sad. You know, when you just make some food and it just flops on the ground. Nice plate of toast. Bam, jelly side down. You just go, that's unsalvageable.
Going up the stairs with a plate of spaghetti and just slipping.
Oh, man.
There's nothing to be done with this.
Not sad, not angry, just like, man.
What the
just sort of exasperated, like, oh, man. Of course that had to happen.
I wanted that.
And that was mine.
And you're just kind of not in the mood to make another. She's like, I could get another plate of spaghetti. I could make another toast. I just kind of don't want to.
I wanted that. Y'all sadly pick it up, sadly get some paper towel to clean it up, sadly throw it away like, dang, I'm starving in the world. And I'm throwing away delicious toast, but it fell on the ground.
I can't
eat it. I can't eat it.
I could kind of pretend if it was jelly side up. Just like, I brush it off. My floor is clean. Whatever. Nah. Yeah. So, we could actually do these every day, or we can record the next two tomorrow because football's about to come on and I'm not missing it.
Oh my goodness with this. Football.
I'm not missing it.
Boys, enough with this football. Boys.
Football's so good. Except Thursday night games have been pretty terrible this year.
Don't say. Why don't you talk about it for 2 hours in a satirical manner?
I could. But I'll make sure you don't know if it's satirical or not. It's because I'll say a few things that are just like, well, that's not a very good point. But at least it's a point.
And going back to the Red Letter Media stuff, both of them have a very exaggerated delivery, including Rich. They all.
My God!
So you know when it's coming.
You ain't there? You ain't there? You die? You gonna die?
I just shut down. My body's like, hey, shut up.
Voice side down. Yeah, so we're gonna close out this month that we had to save from y'all. We saving y'all from yourselves. No more Screen Crush.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially stuff like this, and the fact that it's just in
another one of those.
And I can't. Those clips were killing me. Absolutely not.
But Peacemaker season 2, where is it? Oh, dude, Chucky season 2 has been so f***ing good. So f***ing good. Every episode a banger. Did you ever watch the trailer for season 2?
Nope.
Terrible. I love that cover.
I also have not seen anything about Rick and Morty, so I don't know if it's...
So this season, they split the season. So the first half of the season is over. And the next half starts in mid to late November. And then they're going to close out the season with the rest of the episode.
How many episodes is that?
I think 6 to 8, one of them. Okay. There were 2 good ones. The rest are just kind of, okay.
I'll check them out.
There's a horror movie that's out. What's it called? It's so f***ing good. Oh, Barbarian. Barbarian is so f***ing good, y'all. Go watch it. Love it. We're out of here. No funny ending.
Sound the alarm. Wee woo, million, it's over. Put down the phone. Wee woo,
what happened to your outro? What happened to your...
I forgot. Until you just went, there is no funny outro. And I was like, oh, we gotta do the thing. It's over. Put down the phone. It's ending soon. How soon? We'll see.
Doesn't that hurt.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Because you can't go, it's over. Because anytime that I go, it's going to be over right now, it's not going to be over because somebody's going to say something.
No,
so
you can say
it's
that.
It's going to be over when it's over, which kind of hurts the fact of me going, wee woo, it's over.
But you going, it's going to be over soon, just hurts him because he needs to know that it's over now.
But now is a relative thing.
All right, say now and then we'll end it. I guess that was funny outro, y'all. I guess. Just say now so we can end it.
The worst thing. The video has ended now.